Good morning. It's Wednesday. I'm Wayne. Welcome to Wednesdays with Wayne, brought to you by the Real Estate Business School, where you get your license and learn to use it. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the learn to use it part. What does that mean? As I said before, your license guarantees you nothing. It's merely the entry fee you pay to get into the business. It does not teach you how to build and run a business. Real estate is not a career, it's a business. If you don't treat it like a business and run it like a business, you're going to be out of business pretty soon. So what we go into is part of learning how to use your license is learning how to use yourself. So today is about it's the difference between an opportunity and a distraction. And I bring it up because it's been on my mind. I thought it was something valuable I would share with you. So to me, they've always said over and over and over, America is the land of opportunity. It has been for a long time. Well, is it really the land of opportunity or is it the land of distraction? Because when I look around, whoo! So bear with me. I've got these AirPods in. I'm told it helps with the sound, the audio. So hopefully they'll stay in. And this is just to guide me and keep me on track. So I'm be referring to my notes and reading to you a little bit. So I apologize if it's a distraction for you. I do my best to stay on track and make sure that I'm clear with my communication. So thank you for showing up. Thank you for your time. To me, with the explosion of the information age, has been incredible. We have so much information available to so many people, and it's so cheap. I remember when I was in junior high school, my mother bought this set of encyclopedias so we could learn things, like do homework and learn about stuff. Big old volume of them. They're in a huge bookcase. Well, now it's all online. I mean, the phrase "I don't know" has really become obsolete. I don't know now means I'm too lazy. I'm too lazy to Google it, because everything we need to know just about is at our fingertips. So this information age, this explosion of information, has been incredible. At the same time, it's created so much distraction, and it's made goals harder and harder to reach. For example, for me, I'm working on my goals are to get better in 5 areas: mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically, and financially. And so when I go about my day and working on these areas, I tend to get distracted. So I'm looking at what is the difference to me between an opportunity and a distraction. So this is what I discovered from my observation. For those of you that are motivated to get better every day, then I think you'll agree with me because information is everywhere. So what is important? I look at all this information, I go, what's important? I see these news flashes, these notifications, this piece of news, that piece of news. It's coming at me from all different directions. So I thought, when I look at this, these are the thoughts that go through my mind. What's important? What do I pay attention to? What do I ignore? How much of this information is relevant? How much is irrelevant? How much of it affects me? How much of it and which parts of it should I be paying attention to? Is it really a hurricane headed my way? Is it going up the East Coast? I need to know because I'm going there next week. Pretty important. Well, no, there's not one going there. There's actually two going there. So that's good information. There's another third one behind those two. So that's good information. So I need to watch that. But who's telling the truth? Who's trying to sell me something by providing a product or service pretending to help me? What is all this information about? What should I pay attention to? What's good? What's bad? What's a distraction? And what's real? And so it's just, anyway, I started counting my distractions, and it's a bunch. I mean, first of all, we'll start with email, right? That huge energy sucking black hole that I get stuck in and can't get out of it. I know I have over 20,000 unopened emails in my inbox right now, and not all of them are important. So which ones do I weed through? I spend probably half or 2/3 of my time when I'm on my email deleting stuff. Anyway, Email, then I have Messenger, have Facebook, have text messages, have LinkedIn, have my phone, Clubhouse, Reddit, Telegram, my tracking, TikTok, WhatsApp, the Wall Street Journal, some other news articles, Twitter or X, all these things, ping, ping, ding, ding, ping, all day long. So what's the solution? I mean, all these things are fine if you're bored and have nothing to do, but I have a lot to do. I haven't been bored since I was like 12 years old. So what's the solution to this? It's simple. These devices can become very addictive. And if you've ever been to a restaurant or a movie theater or driving down the road, watching other people drive down the road, you know what I mean. They're very addictive. And so this is kind of easy. Simply turn them off. I can control these. Just turn them off. So I deleted several of them. Just they weren't adding value. They were distracting to me. I just deleted them. They're not in my world anymore. So those I can control. That's the easy part. It's those unplanned, unexpected interruptions that I call calendar killers. I mean, it will wreck my schedule if I'm not careful about how I manage them. So this is why, to me, setting goals is so important. The number one reason is because it helps me to distinguish the difference between an opportunity and a distraction. And so I said it over and over and over. A business has three purposes. The number one purpose of the business is to give you your life. Unfortunately, most business owners, especially realtors, give their lives to their business. Please don't do that. It will not respond to you in kind. It won't give you your life back. So the number one purpose of a business to me is to give you your life. So the first thing to do is design your life. If you don't, somebody be happy to do it for you. If you don't have your day plan, social media will fill it in for you. Happy to. More than thrilled. And so I see a lot of people in business, real estate agents, real estate brokers, and business owners. They're working really, really hard, long hours, missing family events, birthdays, cheerleading camp, sporting events, holidays, vacations, because they think hard work is the key to success. And they work hard, long hours with very little benefits. They'd actually be better off if they'd kept their job. At least they've had benefits. They're living paycheck to paycheck or payroll to payroll. So step one is design your life. If you haven't done it, do it now before someone else does it for you, or maybe they already have. But to me, that's number one thing. And step two is to focus. Multitasking is overrated. It disperses your energy, it wrecks your creativity. The key is, to me, is focus. And what do you focus on? Income producing activities. Please write this down. Focus on IPAs. And the reason that I harp on this is because, most of my problems can be solved with a little bit more money. Most people's problems are financial problems. Health problems are financial problems. I hear it all the time. Money can't buy health. Yeah, it can. Money can't buy happiness. Yeah, it can. I'm much happier when I know the bills are paid than when I'm struggling to make ends meet. And you are too. So denial is not a river in Egypt. Just admit it. Money makes you happy, thrilled, ecstatic. I'm beyond pleased. I'm very happy. Money makes me happy. There, I said it. I believe it. That's me. But people say it can't buy health. Yeah, it can. Look, when do most people go to the doctor? When they're sick, right? They get sick, they go to the doctor. The tooth hurts, they go to the dentist. The back hurts, they go to the joint. They go to the not the joint. It's not the joint is in prison. It's a retail chain called chiropractic clinics. It's called the joint. Oops, not that joint. That joint. I go there when I wreck my back. He goes, you should come in more often. I go, why? He goes, maintenance. Maintenance? You mean like the lawn? Anyway, so here are the questions. Why do people go to the doctor? They're sick. Well, two questions I asked you last week to ask yourself: what if, how? If you want to get successful, open up your mind, get some answers. Two questions. What if I could find a doctor that, instead of finding a doctor that, okay, let's back up here. Instead of doing things that made me sick or uneasy, diseased, and I went to a doctor to tell me what I probably already knew, which is who healed me. What if, instead of doing things that made me sick and paying a doctor to heal me, I went to a doctor when I was healthy who helped me keep from getting sick? What if I did that? Well, how would I do it? Well, that's what I did. So over a year ago, I went to a doctor. He says to me, I'm never going to touch your body. I'm not that kind of doctor. I don't heal people. I've been doing that for 25 years. I don't do that. I don't heal you. I keep you from getting sick. So the first thing they did, they took blood. They took 30 vials of blood, and there's a way by measuring what's in my blood system to tell what's going on with my body. So he does that, gives me a formula, and it's worked great. I pay a doctor to keep me healthy, so I don't get sick. It's amazing. It's incredible. I mean, I can go on and on about it, but I've lost a ton of weight. I've gained a lot of muscle, and main thing he said to me is, you want to build muscle. Leave this little tidbit. I'm going to get into health, but I just thought this was really important. You may want to know this. He says the best thing you can have if you get sick or going to the hospital is muscle, because the first thing you burn is muscle. So one thing to do to fight disease is muscle. So bulk up. Not like, the Hulk, but, add some muscle to your body, because it's going to help you fight disease if and when you do get sick. Good idea. So take that for what it's worth. Nonetheless, this is what I have. I have a doctor who I'm on this regimen that I follow. It's not hard, it's quite simple. It's simply a matter of habits. I've said this to you before, I'm going to say it again. Health and wealth have nothing to do with intelligence. It's simply a matter of good habits over a long period of time. You don't get sick smoking a cigarette. A pack a day, 2 packs a day for 30 years, your odds are not really good. Your odds of health are really bad. A push-up a day is not going to get you there. So good habits over time, healthy. Good habits over time, wealthy. Health and wealth are only habits. You can write it down. You can quote me there. I said that too. Health and wealth have nothing to do with intelligence. It's simply good habits over time. So this is one of my habits. So instead of, I'd rather spend my time and money staying well and getting healthier than fighting sickness caused from my bad habits. So anyway, that's it. Success is also a function of asking quality questions. And like this one, does this thing that I'm looking at, this distraction, this notification that I had to have, oh, look, someone posted something. Really? Great. Let's go see what they say. Who cares? Calm down, Tarzan. It's not that important. The question is, those things, these distractions are sometimes like a wolf, right? In sheep's clothing. They look like an opportunity, but they're not. But they look like one, but they're not. So how do you tell the difference? Well, to me, it's a simple question. First one is, does this, whatever it is, the distraction, the opportunity, does it get me closer to my goal, or will it take me further from it? That's the first question. So it's simply a matter of, number one, if you go through the steps, design your life, your ideal life, exactly the way you want it. Number two, set the goals that will fit that will support that. And then take those goals and break them down into daily tasks. And then reduce, and then yet at that point, once you have your daily task, all you got to do is be disciplined enough to follow the routine, and then focus on income producing activities. And the last one, number 6, is consider all distractions an enemy. If you look at it through that lens, they go, that's enemy, 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 enemy. Now, sometimes this gets tricky because some of these distractions are disguised as opportunities, and it can be difficult to recognize. For example, let's say, because this happened to me, I'm replying to an email, another email pops up in front of me advertising a great piece of property. I'm like, yeah, that would be great. So, of course, ADHD Wayne, stop what I'm doing. Yeah, focus. I can focus for a little while. I can't help it. I can't help it, but it's just I get distracted very easily. So I go click on the email. Don't want to miss out. Immediately, my heart starts pounding, my blood starts racing. I'm like, I'm already counting the money, right? I'm dead from the neck up. I'm like a kid in the candy store. Anyway, the question is it an opportunity or a distraction? So as I'm opening this, I'm looking at it, I'm looking at opportunity, distraction, and which is this? Well, this is when the left brain, now I'm all emotional, right? I'm in the deal. Fortunately, the left brain kicks in. He goes, hey, Wayne, uh, remember what you said about opportunity versus distraction? Oh, yeah, that's right. I know you know what I'm talking about. I do a cost benefit analysis, CBA. Sit down, left brain kicks in. Here are the questions. What's the cost? What is the expected return or the benefit? How much time is going to go into this? How much money is going to go into this? How does it compare to what's in front of me right now? And is this really something I want to add to my list of things to do today? So these are the questions. In other words, it's knowing how and understanding how to calculate opportunity cost. Opportunity cost is when you have investment A, investment B, you choose A, and B outperforms A. The outperformance delta, the difference, is the opportunity cost. That's what it costs you by making a dumb mistake and being distracted when you should have been focused. And that's me talking to me. It's not me talking to you. So this brings up a whole nother subject to me called team, because the better your team is, the more capacity you have. If you're working by yourself and doing everything on your own, then your capacity is going to be limited. So the question is not, or shouldn't be, do I have the capacity to do this? This question should be, is this the highest and best use of my time, energy, and money? Because we all have these 3 resources. No matter who you are, you've got those 3. Now, they're different amounts, but we all have time, we all have energy, and we all have money. So how we deploy those today will determine how much of those we have in the future. In other words, like I asked you before, what is the future, what is the present you doing today to take care of future you? Because future you's out there. Future you gets out there, looking back and they'll go, how come you didn't take care of me? You was younger. You know what I mean? So we have to deploy these resources. We have to be good stewards of our resources. We got to deploy them to where we get highest, best use and best return with lowest risk going forward. And there's a way to do that. Just you have to run the calculations. And then I started thinking about this. As I said last week, that's the reason why I focus on income producing activities. And somebody said to me, I ain't focused, all you talk about is money. So, well, that's not all I talk about, because you obviously don't listen to everything I say, because it's not everything I talk about. But it does take up a majority of my bandwidth, and I'll tell you why. Because you said something stupid that I don't agree with called time is money. Time isn't money. So here we go again. These parrots walking around repeating phrases that someone told them were true. And maybe they got an A somewhere for saying that, so they thought it'd be good to keep repeating it. But that's the dumbest thing ever. Time isn't money. Time is time. Money is money. They're two totally different things. You can't reproduce time. You can't take time, invest it, and get more time. You got what you got. We have 24 hours a day, every one of us. That's all we have. But how you spend that time determines how much money you're going to have. And if you have enough money, you can stop doing things that don't make you money and do things that make you money, i.e., focused on income producing activities. And guess what? You have more money. Now, what do you do with that? You buy your time back. So now I have more free time because I have more free cash flow. The more money I have, the more free time I have. So I take that time and make more money, which buys me more time. Pretty soon, I'm a free human being. I'm a sovereign individual. I come and go as I please. I know, arrogant, obnoxious, but it's true. I did it. My wife and I did it. We sat down, we made a plan, designed our life. Off you go. So time isn't money. Time is time. Money is money. But it's what you do with that money that determines how much time you're going to have. So that's why I focus on income producing activities. I buy my time back. I also buy my health, as I've already described. I bought my health back. I went and hired a doctor who can keep me from getting sick. I have this regimen I'm on. I take this supplement, I take that one, I drink this, I drink that, I eat this, I eat that, I don't eat that, and I don't drink that, and off you go. So what happens through this process is I get clearer and clearer and clearer the more I repeat it, just like you do and everything else we do. The more we repeat, the more clarity we get, right? And so after a while, you're like, distraction, 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 opportunity. So is America still the land of opportunity? Yes. And distraction? Yes. So now it's more important than ever to be able to tell the difference between the two. And now, all these platforms are fine if you have nothing to do and you're bored, but I have plenty to do. As I said, last time I was bored, I was about 12 years old. So I'm not looking for something to do, and I'm not bored. But I have learned the difference how to tell the difference between an opportunity and distraction. And I've just learned to let it go and focus on what's in front of me every day, income producing activity. So here's my question for you, and I'll leave you with this. Please write this down. How many hours per day do I spend on income producing activities? How many hours per day do I spend on income producing activities? And as we know, what we focus on, we attract. And forget the who we about money, money, money. All you talk about is money. That's right, because it's a huge subject. Most people have never mastered it. Most people have never mastered the subjects of time and money. That's why they have so little of both. I'm Wayne Morgan. This has been Wednesdays with Wayne, brought to you by the Real Estate Business School, where you get your license and learn to use it. This is part of the learn to use it part. It's learning to get better and better and better. It's not about perfection. It's about getting better day by day by day, incrementally, as I used to say. By the inch, it's a cinch. By the yard, it's hard. So forget about the yards or the huge home runs and touchdowns that we celebrate. They're cool and they look great. But if I can just get an inch in each of the 5 areas every day, by the end of the year, I'm in good shape. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your time. Hope you find it beneficial. I think we're offering something for those of you who watch. There's going to be a drawing. Kimberly's going to take care of it. She'll send you your prize later. And thank you for showing up. I'll see you next Wednesday. Actually, I won't see you next Wednesday because I'm going. You're not going to believe what happened. Did I tell you this? I'm going on a road trip. So I'm going on a road trip. That's all I'm telling you right now. Maybe I'll do something on the road. Let me know if you want me to do something on the road, and I'll do it from where we are next Wednesday. Okay? Sound good? All right. Thank you for your time. See you later. You guys are awesome.